someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the defending NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, taking on the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Actually winds up getting 8 there. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 2. And that's incomplete. McCole Hardman, the intended target, and it's third down and 2. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Here's Hurts to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 32. This this defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Rodgers now to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Hurts throw taken in by Watkins here. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Once again, it's Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Watching that play unfold, watching him complete it, brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. The Jets at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 50-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
1st down, Philadelphia.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Swift going to try up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to revert. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Eagles 21, Jets 3. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's Swift. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Brings their line to kick off for the Jets.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a give right side Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Quinnen Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Play action. Here's Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. That is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Man open left side is Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On the handoff, this is Swift. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. On 2nd down, Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman taking it about the 1.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
Now Rodgers.
At the 29-yard line.
And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the 1st half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Swift again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. And this time he is in. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Throwing is Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here. But it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. That one looks like he'll throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And complete right side to Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.